Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen. The Marvels post-credit scene has leaked online. You've probably seen it actually over on Twitter. A lot of it's been taken down. We're just going to talk about it, right? Because everyone's going to reveal it now and be like, this is game-changing, like this stupid article here. There's nothing game-changing about it, by the way. There's really nothing game-changing about it. Remotely, but I can't show you it because obviously, well, it'll be copyright claimed, the video will be taken down, so there's simply no point. And also, it's not that good at all, by the way, remotely. Two things I think are comical about this. One, it confirms the plot leak, which I released, what was it, like last week, the week before last? Confirms all of that. And it also is quite comical because this film hasn't remotely released yet. So there's no way that this has come from normal people just going to go watch the movie. This post-credit scene has leaked from reviewers, like a normal screening of critics. People are so just bent out of shape about this. They're like, fuck this, whatever, and just leaked it online, which I think is absolutely hilarious. So funny. So hit subscribe if you're new here. I'm just going to talk you through what happens. And prepare to be underwhelmed. Again, you'll see articles like this. Game changer. No, it's not. There's nothing game changing about it. And it really is not game changing at all. Loads of people are like, oh, it's an MCU cameo. It's going to have huge ramifications for the multiverse saga. No, probably not. Probably not at all, because it doesn't really make any sense. Basically, the post-credit scene is Photon, the new Rambo, waking up in a hospital bed with her mother, old Rambo, which during the course of the film she's been sort of bent out of shape about because she never got to say goodbye properly. She could have had more time with her, all this kind of stuff, right? So obviously Photon, I don't even know, the young Rambo, it's like, oh, mum, a little bit emotional moment, I would imagine. And door opens, doctor walks in, and old Rambo stands up and he's like, what's going on here then? And that's when young Rambo realizes this is not where I'm supposed to be. And who's the doctor? Well, it's Beast. So it's Beast from the X-Men. But it is not. So a lot of people are like, this is definitely the X-Men universe. And we'll cover that in a second. But to continue down what happens, is Beast goes, well, obviously, I think she's from X, Y, and Z, a different universe, but obviously that's quite absurd. Or something along those lines. And then young Rambo's like, shit. And then it ends. I mean, it's that's basically it. Old Rambo stands up, is like, who are you? Blah, blah, blah. It's really nothing that great. It's a pretty poo post-credit scene, right? It really is pretty poo. And that is it. That is the post-credit scene. There's nothing else. Apparently, there is some weird audio credit noise at the end of the credits fully. But that's about it. But let's talk about this in terms of if it's going to be anything to do with the X-Men universe. Well, we've never had... Monica Rambeau was never in the X-Men universe. So that doesn't really make any sense. You could probably say, well, maybe because they've moved forward. No, not really, because of all of the events of the X-Men universe. It doesn't really make any sense. You'd have to sort of timeline it. It just doesn't make any sense that it's the actual X-Men universe. It's the same actor that is doing the voice of Beast. And that's the thing. It's only a voice. Because it's CG. It looks like pretty bad CG as well, from what I could tell. I mean, obviously, it's pretty low-res clip that's circulating around. But it's fully CG. And the beauty of what we'd had before with Beast was it was a big old costume. And that looked pretty good, actually. The costume before was much, much better. So, is it nice to see Beast again? Yeah. But is it the Beast of the X-Men that we know? Probably not. And if it is, that just makes it even more convoluted and nonsensical. In terms of the ramifications of this moving forward, with the multiverse saga, probably nothing. Because that chap, the guy who does Beast, is not going to stay on to do any more. He's too old. Not you know, I'm not saying he is too old to do it, but he's not going to want to stay on, and Marvel are not going to want him to stay on either, unless he's just doing voice. It's just so incredibly unlikely. And when they're looking to downsize all their films in terms of production budget wise, you're not going to keep paying out for motion capture stuff. You're just not. Like, you can't afford to. So I don't think this will have major no like major ramifications moving forward. I'd be very surprised if it does. This is a little tidbit at the end of the movie, and I reckon as well as an FYI that they may have leaked this intentionally to get people to want to go out and watch the movie. And I know that's tinfoil hat territory, but holy shit, there is absolutely no interest in this film at all. So how do you get people to watch it? Well, you leak stuff, don't you? So the fact that it's come from like an actual test screener, you know, for critics and stuff, I genuinely think they may have intentionally leaked it. I genuinely think they've intentionally leaked it, which is absolutely hilarious if you ask me. And I will probably, I will probably believe that is the case, that they've intentionally leaked it. They're trying to get people to come to watch it. They know that there's no interest, and they're really worried. But it doesn't look good. It looks crap. And look, this is so funny. They're like, well, what can we say is the response online to the scene has been overwhelmingly positive. Exactly, there you go. Exactly what they wanted. And there'll be no doubt there'll be much more to the Captain Marvel sequel than this. If you haven't booked your tickets, well, we'd suggest doing so now. No, mate, because if you look at any screening near you, it'll have like 1 person, 2 person, 3 people booked into it. It's terribly empty. So I cannot imagine anyone's going to want... You don't need to rush out and see it. You just don't. So, yeah, it's an X-Men cameo, but it's really not a big deal. It looks like crap. I don't think anything's going to come from it. I think it can come from it. They'll have to get Monica, Rambeau, Photon, whatever her name is, back from that universe at some point. But that'll be part of the multiverse saga. But it's not a big deal. It's not going to go anywhere anyway. So let me know what you think down below. If you've seen it, drop your thoughts there. If I didn't describe it correctly, drop your thoughts down below as well. But it's poo. It's garbage. It's not good. It's not a good scene. It is honestly just member berries. It's bait. That's all it is, guys. It's bait. Don't take it.